Let's find the time complexity of the following nested loops. Here, we have two loops. The outer loop index starts with 0 and ends when I is equal to n minus 1. The inner loop index starts with I plus 1 and ends when j is equal to n minus 1. In order to find the time complexity of these nested loops, we have to find the total number of times the inner loop ran. That is, the number of times hello will be printed. In order to do that, let's go through few sample iteration. So the first iteration, the outer loop index would be 0. Inner loop index would be 1 since j is equal to I plus 1. And the number of times the inner loop executes would be last index minus first index plus 1. So that would be n minus 1 plus 1, and that evaluates to n minus 1. Similarly, we can go through few more iterations. For the nth iteration, the outer loop index would be n minus 1. The inner loop index would be n since j is equal to I plus 1, and the number of times the inner loop executes for nth iteration would be 0. So in order to find the time complexity of these nested loops, we'll have to sum up the number of times the inner loop would execute. So that would be sum of the last column, n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0. We also know that the sum of the first n natural numbers is n multiplied by n plus 1 divided by 2. Here we have n minus 1 natural numbers. 0 is a whole number, and therefore the sum of first n minus 1 natural numbers would be n replaced by n minus 1, and that would evaluate to n square minus n divided by 2. Now, if we have to find the big O time complexity, it would be big O of n square.